Another aspect of VirtualBox that I didn't explicitly tell you is that your virtual machine is basically just a set of components, right? And you can actually assemble another virtual machine for yourself if you're not able to create one, or if you are having issues with the installing VirtualBox guest edition, something like that. So basically, if there is any friend of yours who's using the same version of VirtualBox, so for example, someone who's using, let us say, VirtualBox 6.0, that person can actually help you out. If that person is able to install guest editions and everything else, then that person can help you out. Okay, so this is something that you guys can try out within your batch. Let me tell you what exactly is it that you should try. So the first thing is, this is for those people who are having a working VirtualBox solution. Okay, so they have a VM where they have set up stuff like shared folders, or where they've been able to successfully install guest editions. If you are running, let us say, VirtualBox 6.1, I'm running 6.1.17 actually. So I don't think this is a test build, so most of you will have 6.16. I can actually go back, but as I said, I'll have to put a lot of time in doing that. But what you can do is, if you are running a particular VirtualBox version, and your friend is also having the same VirtualBox version, you can help your friend by giving them a hard drive, basically a virtual hard drive that they can simply attach to their system, and then they can do a lot of things, right? Let me show you how to do that. So the first thing is, this is your VM. You go in file, and there is an option of export appliance. Okay, so this will ask you a number of things. Basically, it will ask you to give a particular location where this VM will be exported to. Okay, and try to use a VirtualBox virtualization format 2.0. And once you click continue, it will actually and yeah do this as a strip all network adapter MAC addresses. So these things you have to do. After that, when you do a continue, it will actually start exporting this VM. What you will get is something like this. You'll have a file like this which has .ova extension. Now, even though this is actually OVA, and these are the same, I think these are the same files that I have already shared with you. There are uh, at least two VMs that I have shared with you on the Google Drive folder. So you will have one for server, I guess, and one for desktop. I think I have already shared, I'm not sure. But anyhow, even if I have not shared, what you can do is, you can ask your friends who are being able to work out all the issues. They can create an OVA file on their machine. After that, just use terminal. Okay, just go to that particular place where this file is. So this is my file. Now all you have to do is simply change its extension. Okay, so you do something like this: Ubuntu OVA. You just call it Ubuntu OVA. Instead of OVA, I'm just making it zip. Okay, so this is the change. The current extension is OVA. I'm just changing it to zip. Okay, now let's see what happens once I change it to zip. um, this is because this is inherently a zip file. Okay, the OVA is just an extension. Now I double clicked on this. Okay, this is what it extracted. So now here you can see that there is an OVF file, there is an MF file, and there is a VMDK file. So it is this VMDK file that you have to share with your friend. Okay, the friend who's running the same VirtualBox version as you, you have to share this particular VMDK file with them. And then your friend, that is what your friend is supposed to do. You are supposed to go to VirtualBox and say, machine new. Okay, now here I'll just call it something, Ubuntu or whatever it is. Then select some values here. I'll just make it 2 GB. Okay, now instead of creating a virtual hard drive, this is what is going to be different. You say use an existing virtual hard drive. okay, and then you have to select that hard drive that your friend has just given to you. You have to go and do add. Then on desktop I have this Ubuntu VMDK, and this I have selected. Okay, now I say choose. Okay, so now what happens is, uh, if inside this particular virtual machine, so I'm assuming that this was given to you by your friend, and this already has the guest editions installed there. So you simply borrow the hard drive where guest editions are already installed, and then you do this is specifically for people who are not being able to install guest editions even after all these things. So basically you have simply borrowed the hard drive from your friend, and I have attached this hard drive to a new virtual machine. When I try to run it, okay, so this starts just like, you have a system which already has a Linux installation ready to use. Okay, so basically this is another shortcut, a trick where if any one of you are having running versions of Ubuntu, either Ubuntu server or Ubuntu desktop, where you have configured everything as per your like, then you can export the uh, the VM, then change its extension from OVF to whatever it is. By the way, this has to, sorry. Mm, I mean, here actually the guest editions are already installed. Okay, so you can simply do it like this. So this is like where you can help out your friends. The problem is I cannot create so many VMs for so many different configurations. You can see that this says that this particular VM is running 6.1.6 guest edition, whereas I am currently having 6.1.7. So this is the idea. If your friend is running an older version of guest editions, it should be fine. Okay, you will just see a warning like this on your VM that this VM is having an older version. I am not sure what will happen if you so for example, if I install 6.1.1 15 on my system and I try to use a VM which has guest editions 6.1.16, that I'm not sure what will happen. But usually it has backward compatibility. So if I have a higher version, I can import a VM which has a guest edition of some previous number, right? So this is one way in which you can help out your friends. Now, another thing that you guys need to know is how to do this networking thing, right? So networking is something that you guys have not been able to do, I guess. So this is, I'm just going to show it to you again how to do networking. So the first thing you have to do is you have to go to your host network manager. Okay, you can see that I have already created a host network. You have to create the host network first. Okay, this is the first thing you'll have to do, and just leave these to defaults. Then on this particular VM, just go to settings, go to network, and here, so the one network adapter that you have is basically the network adapter through which you are able to access internet. You can use another network adapter. You just say enable like this, and you make it host only adapter. And here I'm seeing this VBoxNet because I have already created one. If you have not created any only adapter, this will be grayed out, so you will have to first go and create a host manager. So then just click OK. um, then in if I start my VM again. So the idea is that you create a network connection between your host machine and your virtual machine, and then you use something like SSH or SFTP. That I think I have already shown in a video how to use SSH and SFTP. The only idea that you have to understand is how do you actually do networking. Okay, so if I do something like this, IP space A, so you can see that there are two network interfaces now that it says. I should have probably showed it to you before adding it. So if before adding a network interface, this ENP0S8 will not show up here. But this is another network interface that has been added. If you are running the desktop version, I think it will actually configure it on by all by yourself, all by itself. Otherwise you'll have to see how to use the net plan thing. Okay, that I guess I'm not sure whether I showed it to you in the previous video or not, but you'll have to use net plan. All you have to do is just use DHCP. Let me see if it is there. Okay, what does this say? um, yeah, so this is actually using NM because this is the desktop version. um, in the server version, okay, what I'll do is I'll create another video. I'll just import a server version first, and then I'll create another video. But the idea is, if you have an IP here which is something like this, okay, you can use this IP to connect to your machine. Okay, so basically something like this. I do SSH, the username 2.168.56 dot, sorry, 03. Okay, yeah, because I don't have an open SSH server installed here. Yeah, so this is something that you'll have to do: sudo apt install open SSH server. Okay, and probably the username was also wrong. I should have used Sorap instead of Ubuntu. Um, sorry. Yeah, it is there. So now I'm just making it Sorap. Yeah, now this works. Okay, so now this is basically the same as this. And if you want to transfer files, the command is SFTP. Instead of SSH, make it SFTP, and then you can transfer files from here to here. Okay. This I think I have already shown in a previous video. So I will try to create another video with the server version so that you also know how to do networking in server version. But the idea is, try to help each other out. um, if you have a working version of guest editions, uh, just export your VM, take out your hard drives from it, and send it to your friends. If they are running the same VirtualBox version as you, they'll be benefited by it. Okay.